Look, I'm a cleaner. I can feel no remorse when seeing a dead body. To me, it's merely cold, rotting flesh.
See, the thing that freaks me out about a dead body is that it is cold, rotting flesh. Hey there, everybody. This is Cole here with more Hexcrank Live, continuing Killer7. If you're looking for me to explain it, I'm real sorry, I can't help ya. Yeah, we're continuing with this game that isn't traditionally seen as a horror game, but I argue that it counts. Not just because it was made by Capcom in the mid 2000s, early 2000s, when they were doing that stuff still, before they started doing it again, but, you know, for the way that it plays and its general unsettlingness. So last time we did the introductory episode where we met the Killer7, this group of assassins dispatched to take care of these weird zombie terrorists that blow up called the Heaven Smile. And now we're going to get into kind of the main body of the game. Going to target number 1, sunset. I thought that I could get away with not having my fan on, but I'm going to turn my fan on. Let's see if we can hear this. Hey there, Jack. So the internet is behaving a little bit squirrelily today and tonight. I had to restart the modem before I streamed, so be aware that that might be a thing. All right, some of these have anime intros.
July 3rd, 1998, the day that all international disputes were resolved. This day marked the beginning of true peace for the entire world, for people of all races. The four powers quickly formed anti-terrorist organizations and set out creating peacekeeping agencies to bring order and security on a global scale. The world unified to do everything in its power to eradicate all the weeds of evil and disorder. The international society, under the motto of protecting the world from international terrorism, ideology terrorism, and cyber terrorism, stopped all air transportation and closed every network station in a short span of 2 years to reduce the likelihood of terrorism. The world had changed.
This is not how happy stories begin.
In the year 2002, a network of intercontinental expressways bridging the Atlantic Ocean opened, connecting the two major sides of the world. In the following year of 2003, the construction of a mass-scale distribution system began, and a man-made landmass as large as a city was built over an ocean. The use and research of nuclear energy was banned, and all radioactive waste and materials were disposed of at an energy disposal facility in the Gibsoft Islands, a remote set of islands off the coast of the Indian Ocean. Now, international eyes were on the elimination of the intercontinental missiles that posed the biggest threat to world peace.
Wow, it's a lot of exposition, isn't it?
To eliminate these weapons of mass destruction, they were launched outside the Earth's atmosphere and intercepted by other missiles, exploding them on contact. People around the world watched these explosions light up the sky as if they were some kind of dazzling light show. These explosions, later known as the missile shows, became the symbol of world peace. The world was filled with hope. But a new threat was on the rise. At the signing ceremony of the UN's World Security Treaty in the year 2003, a new breed of terrorists who called themselves Smiling Faces attacked the ceremony. The devastating attack caught the international society by surprise and temporarily crippled key operations in the United Nations. That assault was aimed at nothing other than using terrorism to create terror.
Good.
Fear spread throughout the nations like wildfire. There was nothing the police or the military could do to counter the smiling faces. The only ones who had any chance of stopping these smiling faces were the omniscient and almost godlike professional assassins. The key players behind the scenes of the four powers utilized their connections and called upon the group known as Killer7. Their only hope rested with them.
I did not remember that being so long.
Hello, Mr. Smith. The election is drawing near. Have you decided on your vote? If you haven't, please let the Republic Party make the most of your precious vote. Thank you and have a nice day.
Precious vote? Yeah, right.
Garshin is vote woke. Okie doke. Yeah, so Asclepius Acida, first off, hi, asks, is this a horror game? I would say yes. I opened with a little bit of a description of why I believe that's the case, but yeah, I think that it matches a lot of survival horror play tropes and a good number of story tropes as well. Yeah, the stream just straight up cut out on me with no real indication of what happened. Additionally, when I tried to start it back up, it just kept on dropping frames. So, we're going to see if this is going to be as terrible as it has been in the past. If it is, I may just need to skip tonight because it might just be bad internet weather and I may need to call the cable company again. I forget what I was saying. No, I believe this is a horror game because it follows horror gameplay tropes, specifically survival horror, and has a pretty spooky story and visuals and general messed upness. So please bear with me if frames start dropping. I had an experimental feature turned on a while back that for the past few that would degrade the signal quality kind of adaptively as the connection got worse. But when I went to edit a few of the videos, I noticed that was affecting what dropped my hard drive. So that can't be the case. So let's see here. We're gonna check out Harmon's room.
What? You want to eat? Make it fast, okay? I have to go to class at 9.
Okay. So yeah, that's Samantha, and she's a treat. Real sweet girl. Let's see here. Where is that screaming coming from? Maybe I need to warp to the mission from the television.
Ah, Garcian. How long has it been?
The master is awake.
I love the visual style in this game.
Garcian,
Hey, Jinx that.
As you wish, Master. There's an important message for you.
Ah, yes, I've felt it. An old friend is trying to bring down a country.
I will contact you.
If there are visitors for me, call.
As you wish.
Samantha, the lights.
As you wish, master. It's time. Can I go now?
Yeah. Thanks.
See you tomorrow, then. Thanks. Mwah.
Samantha used to be one of the assassins. Used to be one of the 7. All right. So I think this is going to be the way forward. If you're tuning in and you're confused about how this game controls or works, you're on rails, and it's hard to explain it beyond that. There's a lot less Pentagon before there than there was before.
Wait, look at this.
General.
What is this? A bug in the system?
No, sir, it's reading right. There's 200.
What the hell? A country could disappear off the map. Do you have the impact point yet?
Yes, sir. It's Japan.
What? Are the fireworks ready? No, forget it. Japan is our ally. No, we're not authorized to make that kind of decision. Forget authorization. We have to do something now or else. We can't just let it happen. Get the president on the line. This is an emergency call for the president.
Fun fact, if you just turn on a phone and say that in there, it connects.
200 pulsars have been fired towards Japan. We're unable to compute their trajectory since we're avoiding the computation time lag. Interception can only commence 2 hours before initial impact. Shall we launch the fireworks? Mr. President, your assessment, sir.
Tick tock, tick tock. Okay, we're gonna send 7 deranged psychos in order to intercept these 200 missiles. The famous suburb Seattle.
The missiles have been launched.
Where are they headed?
Boy, I've been doing an awful lot of not playing this game.
Washington?
Restaurant Fukushima. It's a popular joint.
And the target?
The owner of the place, Toru Fukushima. See, he's the middleman between the Japanese UN representatives and our government.
A government job?
It's a job from all the parties. Japan has turned against us.
So that's why they're gonna hit Japan?
Well, it's a possibility. It depends on how they move.
Oh, it'll be a blow, all right. What will happen to Japan?
It's up to the president. They have 18 hours.
All hell's gonna break loose over in Washington. And I sure as hell don't want to be there.
If, for some reason, you need help, go see a guy named Kasai. He's well informed, especially about the Japanese movement. You got all the details in there, okay? This time, the string puller is Fukushima. Now, the integrity and the true worth of Japan is at stake here.
I'm just gonna be over here pulling the hulls off these pistachios for snacks later, I guess. Need something to do with my hands. Just ping-ponging between 2 Washingtons. Okay. A decisive battle at the Japanese restaurant Fukushima. Which is more foreboding now as a name. than it was in 2003 when this was released. All right, so we're going in here. We're talking with this leader, hoping to avert catastrophe. Hey, Iwazaru, what it is? This is bad. This is their nest. Sure, it looks like a sushi joint, but they've got terrible taste. But I have to admit, the full course here is dynamite. In the name of Harmon. So, Masked Smith, the luchador that I'm playing as, you don't really necessarily want to play as him so much if you can avoid it. Because though his weapons are very good, you cannot get critical hits in. And getting critical hits on specific weak points is the way that you get experience points. However, you do go into the menu is going to be easier than just guessing. Guessing which number coincides with which
Irashamase, welcome. How many in your party, sir?
I want to talk to the owner.
May I ask what it's concerning?
Yeah, I'm here to kill Mr. Fukushima.
Certainly. We'll be delighted to serve you.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is gonna make editing a nightmare too. If this continues being really bad, by this I mean my internet, I'm gonna have to cut it off early tonight because I do not need to fight this, and it is disrespectful to you to force you to watch me fight it. I know I'm not forcing you, however, it's just annoying. I'm over it. I need to call Time Warner and ask if they're throttling me or something. I feel real paranoid when I say that, but here we are. Hate those things. Let's talk to Travis. I heard it through the grapevine. Chief, you're not the only one after the owner of this joint. Japan is controlled by the United Nations Party. If the UN party goes down, Japan's minority party will take control. In other words, the Liberal Party would take the reins. There's some nasty shit cooking in this restaurant. And it ain't Mama's fried chicken. The thief from South America could climb this in a jiffy. Okay. Shit. Ah, fuck. Okay, what's the carrier pigeon say? Dear Amir, this is a warning, Amir. Transfer $100 to my account. I'm absorbing a $25 loss. Final offer. All right? Nothing terrible has happened yet. It's time for you to send the money. Consider it a gift from me to you. Surprisingly, the Smith Syndicate has many talents. And I ain't talking about cheap tricks like swallowing goldfish or cramming your head into a rubber glove. They're on a whole other plane. I saw it with my own eyes. Heroes for our age. Dan Smith is straight out of Japanime, launching balls of light and shit. Yeah, you bet it blew my socks off. Heck, I wanted to shake his hand and ask for an autograph. But I decided to put my life first. Kaede Smith spurts blood from her arms. What a sick sight. And then, what did she do? She flattened a wall right before my eyes. She must have taken out some kind of barrier. That's what Kaede's blood can do. Sometimes her arm sucks blood. That's some stuff I didn't need to see either. Masked Smith is still a mystery, but I do know that he can do some sweet wrestling moves. He was a small-town pro wrestler who drew crowds to main events, but just before he made his debut in the New York scene, he mysteriously disappeared. This is common knowledge among fans. The only thing for sure is that there's more than meets the eye. An update will follow. Again, Johnny Gagnon doing some intel for Amir. Okay, so Travis said that the thief would be able to climb this. It's like in Orlando. You're fucked. The gameplay is interesting. Like it's a fun aiming challenge, and those guys will get up on you real quick. You hear that laugh, and immediately it is stop, panic, ascertain the situation. So it's not the fastest moving thing, but if you conceive of it as something like RE4, kind of how stop and pop that is to a certain degree, you're not terribly far off. Hey, there's your head. You know what? I'd never go to school when it rains. But my mom doesn't understand. Stupid mom with all her reasons. She says, go to school. So I jumped down from the second floor. That's a compound fracture, mind you. Pulverized into mush. Splat. Absolutely foobarred. Took 6 months to heal. So I got to take half a year off from school. Whoopee. You forgot this, didn't you? I think she has some stuff to deal with. Not a single classmate came to visit me in the hospital. Mom? What about her? Of course she didn't come. She jumped with me. And I landed on top of her. Like the coolest thing, you know? I'll leave the rest to your imagination. The imagination of a killer. Hey, how'd you close that? It's really important that you answer this question for me. How did you close that sliding door? Hey, Carlo. I forget if I said hey, Carlo. Yeah, but fuck. Okay, so I've got the water ring. And that means I can use that to put out some fires, one would imagine. Look at that dorky little run. Let's see here. I like Dan a little bit better for regular combat.
This is too easy.
There's Travis in his carnival shirt. Which side are you on, the homeland or Japan? If you kill the owner, Japan goes down the toilet. Are you alright with that, man? And be careful of the new enemy type. Oh, cool. Nice little afterthought. I think this chapter is why this game gets like this reputation as being political. Specifically because it deals with these war on terror themes. Later, Carlo. Ooh, bombhead smile. Alright, so he's got those blinders on and you have to shoot when it's open. What? Yep, now I'm gonna need Garshin to come get me. One imagines. Let's see here. No, he was always just going to be a tutorial there. Let's save. And let's spend some of our blood.
Don't make me say it again.
You wanna die, huh?
Okay, let's upgrade his power. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Open up, come on. Yeah, there we go. Oh, fuck! Yeah, let's use Kevin for just a second here. because he's a little bit different than everybody else. There's nothing really about him in the story. Of the Smiths, he and Mask don't really have an awful lot to do with anything, but he uses knives instead of guns. Let's go into the garden. Greta? Hey, no, that's not for you. Sorry. Yes, yeah, yes, Ludwig, it is very weird. Okay, I forgot how fragile he is. So let's try K8A.
I'm a ghost.
Man, the controls on PC are not very good.
Hurts, doesn't it?
I forget. I need to use Dan for this, don't I?
This is too easy.
Collateral shot.
No, it is not explained why K8A wears so little clothing and why she doesn't wear shoes. There's some symbolism about not wearing shoes in Japan. I'm not quite sure entirely of what that is, so I will not speak authoritatively on it. Authoritatively, rather. Suda, in interviews, has said that basically K8A's entire design is meant to make people uncomfortable. Like that was the goal. The goal for her.
This is too easy.
Okay.
Collateral shot.
Oh, fuck. In good shape. Japan doesn't have its own defense system. Its survival is contingent on the United States. But as far as the homeland is concerned, Japan is extra baggage. Its usefulness as an ally is long past. Straight up, it ain't worth saving, you see. That's reality for you. So, Chief, you still gonna do it? You know what is meant by fireworks, right? The explosion that occurs when missiles collide. Well, that's a beautiful sight indeed, but you'll only see it if the defense system is activated. And if those missiles have warheads, if they have a payload, it's going to be a lot more than fire and parts falling over Japan. Yeah, Zach says this is my favorite Suda game of the ones I've played. There's cool stuff about Flower, Sun, and Rain and the Silver Case, which are two games that he made before this, before he kind of found his, before he found his voice making, you know, games about luchadors and assassins, which is really what this is. Yeah, No More Heroes is kind of his bread and butter right now. He also did Killer is Dead recently, which is supposed to be an heir apparent to this, or it was designed to be. But my understanding is it wasn't very good, and also there was controversy about, you know, objectifying women. But you can read articles about that. No stairs just yet. Let's go to the guest room. What's up with this vase? The flowers can be heard groaning. Now, I need to use the water ring on them. I should probably deal with this before it sneaks up on me. These controls make no sense. Oh, you overwatered that plant, dog. What does Yoon Hyun say? Yeah, the connection's taking a shit again. One moment. I need to deal with this, because they're gonna get me. How mad are you at Spectrum? Pretty mad. Honestly, I should have forced them to bring out a technician sooner, but I'm just too timid on the phone with customer service people, if I'm being honest with you. We'll see what kind of solution they can offer. They think that it might be a problem with the lines. Might be a problem with the cable lines in my neighborhood, but I don't know how that contributes to the predictability of the problem or how that squares up with it. If it was a bad line, then it would stand to reason that the connection would just be ambiently bad, not the connection would be good for 15 minutes and then it would take 4 shits and then die. What is this object? Some kind of ring. But in trying to think of what does less reliable streaming look like for the video content that I make, came up with an idea. I'm going to try something this week. I can say that now when there are fewer people watching. Let's see here. The lights are off, so Samantha is being unhelpful. Gonna exchange my blood. All right, it's been about 7 minutes since I switched since I power cycled the router.
You want to die? Not like.
So I've updated Dan quite a bit. Is there anybody else who?
Judge.
Okay.
What?
Kaede should get a little bit more because she's my sniper. Criticals make a lot of sense for her. And her speed can go up. Cool. Between Dan and Kaede, you've got most general purpose. We have most general purpose combat taken care of. The other folks are really situational. Open up, open up, open up. Yeah. Right. Where are you going? Oh, fuck! Yep, no, right around the corner. There we go. Yeah, it's real hard to be mad at customer service people unless they are very obviously ignoring you or trying to brush you off. Uh-oh. Did that kill me or did I kill it? The two people that I dealt with between last night and today in talking with my ISP, they were helpful and knowledgeable and offered suggestions, and I was just very clear with them that a lot of the stuff that they would have asked me to do, man, I already done it. So, hey, Darren. Milkshakes asks a good question, saying, "Hey Cole, you mentioned Steins Gate a bunch in the Life is Strange episode. Is it recommended to play that?" So, of the visual novel games that I have played, and the ones that I had played before that were things like Phoenix Wright and Danganronpa, ones that had very adventure game heavy kind of elements. Even something like VLR or 999, things like that. Steins Gate is very much like an interactive novel. It has branches and things like that. So you would want to treat it like you were reading a manga, like a choose-your-own-adventure manga. And even then, there are only very light choose-your-own-adventure kind of things. That said, it is one of the best time travel stories I think that I've ever read. And if you don't feel like investing 35 hours in the game itself, which you should absolutely play on portable, so if you have a Vita, that's the way to do it. If you don't feel like investing that, the anime is actually really good as well. Milkshakes asked which one I have played or which one I have, I've done. So Steins Gate is the first game. Steins Gate 0, frustratingly, is the direct sequel, and it would leave you very confused. So just Steins Gate. And yes, Steins Gate, the game gets really, really dark. At least there is one particular ending that is woof. I see that they have 3 of them in a 1-game pack on Switch. Probably the way to do that. I want to see which games are in that because I've only played 2 of them. You also have to be ready to accept a certain amount of, anime-ness to it. Like, the main characters are all a bunch of, otaku who somehow stumble upon time travel, and they adhere to those tropes, and it moves very, very slowly for the first few chapters. When it picks up, it really, really picks up and becomes hard to put down. So all of those are caveats that I would give. Let's see what this carrier pigeon has to say. Oh, coo. Continuing my report. Kevin Smith never fails to amaze. You won't believe this, but it's the straight-up truth. The sucker is a real-life invisible man. At first, even I didn't believe it. This has got to be a hoax, right? Well, shit. This guy's for real. And then Con Smith. What a pain-in-the-ass punk. I can never catch him. I blew my socks off 9 times. 9 times. When he speeds off, he disappears. That's right, disappears. The Olympic records can mean nothing with this guy running around. Coyote Smith has a thing for being a crook. But he's not like the other thugs. He's fit, he jumps like an animal. Incredible athleticism. Not to mention he can pick any padlock. He must have picked this up as a method of survival in a rough neighborhood. And then there's Garshin Smith. I really haven't seen him much, so everything I know is based on conjecture. Rumor has it he can spot the heaven smiles a mile away. This character is no joke, going up against monsters like that. My investigation continues. Johnny Gagnon. Thank you for the sub, Milkshakes. See what Iwazaru has to say. This is bad. This just can't be good at all. Are you sure about that mask? Master, you must have doubts, or I would think. I'm wary of it, that's for sure. Whenever you get in a tight spot, you break out with your silly wrestling moves. Why can't you bury the past? And by the way, I didn't see the special sidearms thing. Okay, we dropped a couple of frames, but let's see if it continues being bad. Lumber is essential for training. Yeah, so different members of your crew have different capabilities. On the way in, we had Mask use his powers to bust up a rock. Not the country, bust up a rock, not bust up a rock.
What's in your right hand, Chico?
Please don't. This is just a...
Put your arms down.
No, it's not like that. This gun is a...
Don't move, amigo.
Please, don't shoot.
Stay still.
Ah!
What were you doing here?
Cleaning up. Our head chef always tells us that an ideal kitchen is a kitchen clean enough that you can lick the floor. Anyway, it's the least that I can do for them.
The others, the chef, the waiters, where are they?
Those guys with the strange smiles. You saw them?
It's dangerous, Aki. Get out of here.
Masked voice does not line up at all.
Awesome.
Another smile. Hey, Greta. Let's see. Yeah, I don't I've had trouble all my life understanding wrestling, but I enjoy watching clips of it, specifically clips that are selected because they are so crazy. Because apparently the only unifying concept in professional wrestling or even kind of amateur or regional wrestling is it is just off the walls bonkers. It's a feng shui map. Look closely at that sign. Big hint right in front of you. Okay, I can just write down what this is. So, green turret is north. West is like a white tiger. Let's do white cat. South is red phoenix. East is blue serpent. Okay, so I'm on the south side here. Victor E. Hunter says, I remember the coverage of this game in Nintendo Power so vividly. I'd never been so excited for an M-rated game. I think I was 14 when this came out. So I made sure to make friends with the employees at EB Games so that they would sell it to me. Worst things to do. Okay, so I'm on the south side. Let's do Red Phoenix. There we go. Easy puzzle. A very survival horror puzzle. All right. So, uh-oh. Fuck. Okay, now we're on the east side. Should be blue. Blue serpent. Playing this with a mouse almost feels like cheating. But there are going to be enemies who are way more demanding from an aiming standpoint later, so... It's an assassin. An assassin has been sent to the joint. A skilled assassin. But do not worry, a human assassin. Nothing compared to the smiling freaks. In the name of Harmon. Okay, east will be... Yeah, Azure Dragon. Easy enough. Burr? To my dearest Amir, the world is falling into chaos as those ruled by a deep darkness increase in number. There is one group they fear. Have you heard of the Harmon Assassins? I don't want to call them on you. Consider setting up a payment plan. I found the target of their first job. His name is Travis Bell. He disappeared 30 years ago. It's no mistake he was murdered. Few people remember him and nobody has said why they were with him. Nobody has said they were with him. It seems he got himself in some dangerous business. I will follow the murderous trail, no doubt a bottomless pit. I can't stop shaking, but I will put my life on the line and find out. I'll be contacting you again. So yeah, Travis was their first victim 30 years ago.
Doesn't
it? Okay, gonna be going north to input the green turt. And she's dead. So gotta fire up with Garshin.
Don't make me say it again. I'm a cleaner.
Hi, Max. Max says, at least Heaven Smiles seem to enjoy their job. I don't think they have a choice. And Mario was with a Heaven Smile the whole time. See, because I'm rounding the bend on Batman Arkham City, I can't hear the Heaven Smile without hearing Mark Hamill's Joker. Okay, let's find the brown paper bag with Kaede's head. Oh, and there was a Harmon room right there. Suda 51's Batman Begins and or Ends. Okay, where is Kaede? Oh, what's your favorite flower, Cole? Sorry, I didn't see that, Kanaka I don't know. I don't think that I've got one. Flowers are nice, for sure. I don't think about them enough to have a favorite.
Son of a bitch.
Maybe she will be found in the North House here. There we go.
Look, I'm a cleaner. I can feel no remorse when seeing a dead body. To me, it's merely cold, rotting flesh.
See, the thing that freaks me out about a dead body is that it is cold, rotting flesh. No, right, they dumped me out way back here. Anyway.
Hurts, doesn't it?
You know what? I think tulips are nice. And, this may out me as basic, but I've been outed as basic before. Sunflowers are actually really, really pretty, I think. It's fun to drive down the highway and see just rows and rows of them pointing at wherever the sun is. And also sunflowers produce some of my favorite snacks, so that's good. Yeah, let's say sunflowers for practical reasons. Straight up, he's desperate. Fukushima's only ace in the hole is the Yakumo. The secret conference of the U.S.-Japan territory talks held at the Kaku building tomorrow represents the time limit. The Yakumo will determine whether the fireworks launch. It's Fukushima's offering to the gods. What's your move, Chief? Kill him and sink Japan? Or let him live and get the Yakumo? The Yakumo is dangerous. It will allow the United States to rule the world. Of course, if humankind's in your hands, Chief. Black Warrior. I didn't read that at all. Max raises a good point, asking, does my love of sunflowers put me at odds with Gary, who is scared of them? Nah. Seriously though, if you want a good treat, find some cracked black pepper, sunflower seeds. I've got a big bag of them right here. Is it possible to get deshelled sunflower seeds? Yes, you can get them. They're usually sold right next to the others. But if you can't find them there, like if you have an aisle in your grocery store for salad supplies, yeah, that is the way to do it. I love putting whole sunflower seeds on salads. They're good. Yeah.
What?
I don't like eating the sunflower seeds that are hulled for you, because part of the joy of eating a sunflower seed is the labor of cracking them open in your mouth and then spitting them out. No, wait, I should probably save, shouldn't I? Oh, Kanakabird says they swallow the shell. Braver person than I. Wait, did I save? Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, part of my love for sunflower seeds probably arose from the fact that I used to chew tobacco, probably. So that might have done it. But I like sunflower seeds before I started doing that too. So fuck. I just have this feeling that I've seen that sushi stuff before. I recognize that I'm full of myself and my manliness look. It's all a charade, I tell you. A phony. All looks and nothing more. I don't care what you say, master. That is one man I cannot accept. So yeah, for me, eating sunflower seeds with the shells on, it is very much akin to fidgeting. It kind of occupies that part of my mind while I'm focusing on something. Darren says, speaking of something or other, sorry, I need to shoot this exploding ghoul. Says, speaking of stomachs, I had a Beyond Burger at a restaurant today. I'm down with the idea of Beyond Burgers and Impossible Burgers. It's going to be necessary for the course of human civilization that we get that figured out. However, I think they should choose names that make it sound less like I am eating the burger meat made out of ghosts. The Burger King near my house does not serve the Impossible Whopper. And I don't know in the middle of rural Ohio where I'm going to get a hold of it. Get a hold of an Impossible Burger, so... Jackass, what is a Beyond Burger? It is a meatless burger. The next monster, it's super huge in a certain part. I can't recall. I can't remember which part. You mustn't shoot it. You must not shoot that part. Just kidding. Super reliable. Good.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like, meat substitutes are super weird because there are certain things like vegetarian sausage or whatever. Like, I will eat vegetarian sausage all day before I even fucking look at turkey sausage. Okay, I'm just gonna let this jam out for a second. No, it's just as I thought. I remember. I'm scared. I'm very scared. It's a bloodbath. She's a strong girl. You've got to keep shooting or you'll lose. You must keep shooting.
We've been expecting you. If you will, right this way, please. Mr. Fukushima is waiting for you inside.
I always wanted to be a tea master. It's one of the reasons I chose this profession.
Which profession may that be?
You're an interesting man, and you ask a very difficult question. Perhaps it's a sense of humor that can only come from someone who lives his life on the edge. I wanted to become a politician who could be a true leader, but the world of politics was like a stage where people only acted. They were merely actors playing the politician.
Sure, buddy.
Did you ever think of becoming an actor?
Well, it just so happened that I got a call from the government asking me if I wanted to become an architect for them.
Architect? You mean to design and devise?
Yes. I took the offer with delight.
Is that the only thing you do, Mr. Fukushima, the founder?
Could you bring us some refreshments?
Certainly.
Why does she get a name card?
It's a really old story. Union 7, a group made up of 7 young men, drew up the Yakumo Party cabinet policy. The heat of factional politics.
So much exposition.
It was like a warm welcome in the world of politics. It became clear to me then. This country didn't have what it took to compete with the rest of the world.
It must be wonderful to have such a bright secretary.
Not as bright as you, Mr. Smith.
Hand over the Yakumo.
Lady, where are your manners?
So somebody a while back, before that cutscene started, asked if I have done a Fatal Frame game on Hexcrank Live. And no, I have not. For the usual lame reason, or the lame excuse of I've never really known when we're going to do it for WAF. But it doesn't really bother me as much anymore if we have that crossover. Let's see what Travis has to say. The last fruitless attempt at resistance by the Liberal Party, using a woman as a weapon? That doesn't bode well for them. The kind of thing only an inept party would do. Japanese politicians are rotten to the core. Smith, there's no sex discrimination here. Don't hesitate. Take her out like the rest of them. Yeah, we've been kind of on the edge of doing Fatal Frame 2 for WAF for a while. Also, hello, Jala. You came in during that cutscene as I was letting the exposition play out and slowly dying inside. It's a big restaurant. Okay. Oops. I somehow got turned around. Now Jala's still playing Zero Time Dilemma. Yeah, we're just not going to agree on that game. And that's fine.
better get ready to die.
This is like that one White Stripes video. Oh, Jolly does not hate Zero Time Dilemma. It's only after we tally it up. It's only after we tally it up that that he falls over dead.
Don't make me say it again.
Oh.
I'm a cleaner.
I've got to go through this?
You want to die?
Don't make me say it again. I'm a cleaner.
I do not hate Zero Time Dilemma. I don't love it. I like it quite a bit. I think it's a good iteration on that series thing. Splitting hairs probably, but
Look, I'm a cleaner. I can feel no remorse when seeing a dead body. To me, it's merely cold, rotting flesh.
yeah, it's really hard to click your mouse button that fast. Why is Cole a negativity elemental? I mean, there's stuff I don't like, but I don't know that that's fair.
Okay.
So Khan is probably the best person to do this. How is she reloading her guns at the same time? What's she doing back there? What is she building there? Fuck yeah.
Impossible. Yakumo will destroy your country. Back off before you get hurt.
Darren raises a good point. There were still 24 bullets in your body. Let's see, can I talk to Harmon? Nah, he's out of it. Let's save. Asking for realism in Killer7? Thinky face emoji, Jala says. Hiro Kasai.
Wish you was a small place.
I used to come here quite often when I was an exchange student. I like this place. Kind of run down, but homey, you know?
I didn't come down here to chit-chat. Just tell me what I need to know.
Okay. Let's get down to business. And Mr. Mills has a job for you. He wants you to kill this man. His name is Jean de Paul, 23. An apprentice cook at restaurant Fukushima. He's a spy, all right.
How can you tell?
He's one of the elite international operatives. Killed quite a few government officials, by the way.
Where is he?
Which one?
Building. Syndicates from all over the world run their thing in that area.
Guess I'll be on my way then. Sayonara.
The voice actor for Hiro Kasai is Robin Atkin Downs, who you may recognize. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he does a bunch of stuff. Oh, Garshin. Garshin Smith is Greg Eagles, who plays Gray Fox and Donald Anderson in Metal Gear Solid. So DARPA chief.
Fireworks. For 65 years, we gave everything we had to restoring this country. Now, all our efforts will end up in smoke once again by the hand of the same country that first put us here.
This is what happens when you rely on boys. Now, how should we settle this?
Shut up already! Who the hell do you think you
Shut
are?
up, Paul.
This is exactly the
Ready.
reason I hate young pricks like him. Oh, they lack patience.
Hey, kid, do yourself a big favor. Here.
Blow your head off.
You want to shoot us with that gun? Go ahead.
We're prepared to die.
Shoot us if it will make you happy, but it won't make any difference.
Oh, we've done it many times, killing our seniors, but it's how we've always settled things.
Look at you. Don't even have balls to pull trigger.
I can say this much. This boy's got no future.
Kun Lan.
A
real gentleman would dress more appropriately before his death.
Who the hell are you?
Why do they treat elders like we are such nuisance? Only if they knew how much we truly contribute.
I have to agree with you there.
He's yours. So, what do you think, partner?
I think he is finally seeing things clearly now.
Well, you'll always be together.
So that was cool and creepy. Let me see here. BTJ, CSC, WTS. In fairness, Darren, you left yourself wide open for what Jala just did to you. So let's save after that. What's up with this guy? Why does he have a little dingus hanging off of his back? What's that? This is harsh. Quite harsh, I'd say. I just can't take it. I can't drink it, not a drop. This new taste is heavy. This is the kind of drink you've got to use an abbreviation for. There. See that? It's written on that car. What's up with abbreviating everything these days? I guess you, Master, would be M. You'll be M from now on. Mr. M. Alright, well, I'm glad I wrote that down at the very least. Yeah, Kevin is really unfair with a mouse. His scanning range or speed seems really slow, too. Okay. So we have BTJ, so Bloody Tomato Juice, CSC, Creamy Southern Coffee, and WTS, Wild Vegetable Tempura Soup. Poison smile. Yeah, I was going to raise that point too. I don't think tempura soup sounds very good at all. Man, I totally forgot about Let It Die until somebody brought it up in chat. See through the trick. Copy the kimono woman. The dice are stubborn. Okay, so the kimono woman had 2 eyes in her hands, which would probably be 2 dice, showing a single pip each. I didn't even have to try. Nice. That smile's poison. Hey, carrier wave. See what Travis has to say. Magnum. How's this for a stuffy atmosphere? This is the Information Terminal Central, where the elites of the world gather. While the backroom movers and shakers stared each other down, the debate heated up over the subject of the disposal of Japan. Not a single country argued in her favor. The Japanese territory would be a prize to any neighboring country. Straight up, Japan is on her own. What's my take on my connection? So far, I'm pretty happy that it's held together as well as it has tonight. Darren asks, have I seen the Blade Runner sequel? No, I have not. I didn't see it when it was in theaters, and I just haven't brought myself to watch it at home yet. I was a little afraid that it wouldn't live up, because Blade Runner is just a movie that I really love. I understand people like it and everything. But, you know, that explains my initial hesitation anyway. Almost a royal flush. And let's see what Yoon Hyun has to say. Duel with the poster. Collect the hands. Shoot the mask to hear more. Now I need to go find some cards or some inputs that will let me put in some kind of combo. No, they're not going to let me save. I wish the exact same configuration of enemies wouldn't respawn each time. Okay, so if I'm inputting these in order, it would be... Nothing, so maybe I need to just put in the ace. Okay, let's put in the ace and then go back to the poster back there. All right, let's see. I've got plenty of thick blood, so this should be fine. Let's see what the mask has to say. The greatest loser on earth, born with the loser's curse. I am the true mask, and I shall guide you. Poker battle. Beat the poster. Royal straight up. Shit. You know what? I know exactly what I did wrong. That's the answer. I thought that I had to... I thought that I had to select every card, but no, I just have to take the cards that are showed up and turn over the one that would make the winning hand. So that was obs. Yeah, I would not blame anybody who said that the original Blade Runner was slow or pretentious or any of those things. All that's probably true, but as a visual piece, the movie works for me, and the world it shows is really good. By which I mean really bad. This is a gambler's paradise. I don't think this place cares much for active support of crime reduction policies. The hole in the ceiling, that calls for a thief. We should leave this job to the persona. In the name of Harmon. What are you? Mother smile. Do I have to use Dan for this? When are we?
Don't make me say it again. I'm a cleaner.
Sorry, I was pouring some water into a cup of ice. Man, the height disparities between the different Smiths is really marked. Yeah, I don't know what this is inspired by, Ludwig. I think it's, really just whatever Suda51's media diet is. Die. Yeah. Fucking die. Okay, I think I was on the 3rd floor.
Look, I'm a cleaner. I can feel no remorse when seeing a dead body. To me, it's merely cold, rotting flesh.
Alright, let's see if the mother smile is still there. God, I hate it. I've got the cursor right over the weak spot. Nope, it's here again.
You're fucked.
Fuck! Yeah, I don't know how to take out the mothers. There's a Harmon room on every floor, but you can't save in any of them. You want to hear something? I'll tell you straight up, okay? Basically, these talks are a war of proxy for the owner, Fukushima. But the attendees are third-rate bureaucrats. And when the prey is subpar, so are the assassins. What a charade. The US has given up on talks. Fukushima was the backbone of the UN party. But now the UN party is a toothless organization. These talks will determine the fate of Japan. Let's see here. Uh-oh.
You're fucked.
Egg time. Okay, that didn't feel like the most efficient way to kill that thing, but... Shit, I'm gonna die. Okay, how do I kill one of those things without Dan? Do I have to wake him up? Do I have to use blood to wake up a character for a necessary puzzle? Okay, let's wake up Dan, I suppose.
Make me say it again.
Is there any lore behind the thick blood stuff? Not as far as I know. Okay, I need vials. I need vials. Three of them, to be precise. Jalo is showering and she's back now. You haven't missed a whole lot. Some dudes got the tops of their heads blown off, but they still talked. And there's more kind of faux international intrigue kind of stuff going on. This is not the strongest chapter in the game. Okay. Let's take out this one, and I think that I should be able to get my shot off. Nothing. Okay. Well. Damn. Colorbit asks if I've played Killer7 before. Yeah, but it was more than 5 years ago, so I've forgotten a lot of this.
Don't make me say it again. I'm a cleaner.
No, wait. I think the better question to ask is, have I played a video game before?
Look, I'm a cleaner. I can feel no remorse when seeing a dead body. To me, it's merely cold, rotting flesh.
So I don't know if I'm supposed to take that respawner out. At least to put me back up on the 3rd floor. Yeah, I know where the next 2 chapters are gonna go. It gets, that's why I'm kind of why I'm playing this. Is because I like these next 2 chapters quite a bit. Specifically Cloudman. Cloudman's really good. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to kill that, so let's get enough of a... First, let's pull out Coyote. Man, I wish there was an interface element that told me how many bullets I had left in my fucking gun. You're holding your gun that way isn't ergonomic, but it is stylish. Okay. It seems to... God damn it. Man.
Don't make me say it again. I'm a cleaner.
I have no idea what the fuck this game wants me to do.
Look, I'm a cleaner. I can feel no remorse when seeing a dead body. To me, it's merely cold, rotting flesh.
Oh, cool. My keyboard decided, no, the keys that you think are going to be keys are not actually going to be keys. Killer7 walkthrough. Okay. I need to figure out if I can trust this game when they say that Dan can take these things out. Okay, so if you shoot them in the yellow part, it seems like they die. Emphasis on seems. God, none of these are going down when I shoot their critical spots. That one did. Did I get it? I did! Hooray! Yeah, this is very similar to shooting the regenerators in RE4. Good call, Zach. Alright, buddy. Bathtub horse race. Let's do horse race first. Okay, from the poster earlier. Oh wait, shit. 4 goes here. It's weird that I'm doing this on the day of the Kentucky Derby when all those people got upset. So the odds-on winner for Kentucky Derby, for the Kentucky Derby, finished. I forget their name. Finished first. However, the second place lodged a complaint, saying that basically the way the jockey for the first place horse rode was like non-competitive, like counter-competitive. So all these people thought they won a bunch of money, and then, you know, the referees, if there are horse refs, basically the officials looked and said, yeah, the way this race was run, like just it wasn't fair, like it wasn't good sportsmanship. So the second place winner, who was like a 1-65, ended up winning, and basically threw everything off. I think the booking industry collectively lost, you know, tens of millions of dollars out of the upset about it. So there are fun videos of just hearing people wail and gnash their teeth when the overturn came through. Yeah, if somebody cheats, they probably shouldn't be allowed to win. I don't know. Maybe that's a thing we just have to kind of agree on, or else everything falls apart. I don't know. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. Win the horse race with the poster. I can't tell if the puzzles are shit or if the hints are shit. Okay, so I've got 3 soul shells. Soul shell, soul shell, soul shell, soul shell, soul... Yeah. Yep, no. I put up a couple of bird feeders outside of my office window. Now that spring is here. Both for myself and for Greta, but I haven't had any customers yet. So, we'll see. And I've got a hummingbird feeder that I need to put up outside another window. Let's go back to the staircase, and then I've got to get the bird feeder camera back in action. But I need to borrow my brother's post hole digger so I can sink it into a post. The old tripod, the tripod that I had it on a while ago worked. Hey, no, don't chew on that paper. I feed you food. You don't have to eat paper. The tripod that I had on my old apartment worked, but it's not in good condition anymore, so. And see what Yozaru says. Master, this is harsh. Real harsh, but I have to say it anyway. Awfully harsh, okay? I've been wondering about the way the Four Eyes has been acting. He turns invisible, right? He could get away with anything. Hear that sound? Greta is rubbing up against the microphone. Yeah, she was scraping her teeth against the grill of the microphone. Hey girl, do you want a hug? When I hug you, you go away. Just like everybody, isn't that right? When I hug you, you go away. Okay. There you go. Nope, and now she's kneading my leg. Whoa! This is bad. I don't mean that. It was just a funny thing to say. Oh. I'm getting in some primo belly rub time right here. Oh, yeah. Just scratching her belly. No. No, Greta, that's my marg. That's Daddy's marg. It's not your marg. She's stepping on the keyboard now. Greta, you're getting sassy. I want to upgrade Khan. He ends up being really useful. Nope, I know you want to eat that paper because you're fucking weird. But you can't do that. Sorry. I wasn't apologizing to her, I was apologizing to the audience. You don't get sorries. You get sorries when you earn them. Zach asks, was Greta the name the shelter gave her? Yes. Yeah, they called her Greta, and I figured that was... It really fit, because she's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl, she's right and proper. And so, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just set them on fire. Yeah. I'll just set them on fire.
Ludwig says, awfully close to Gridla. I really don't like using mask. Let's see here. Let's upgrade him at least a little bit. Let's level up his power. I like it when cats have people names, honestly. Like, that's good, I think, too. Okay. Not people names like Sir Meowingshire, Scratchington, the 15th, or whatever. That's fine. I'm not going to throw shade at your pet name. But, you know, just a cat named Bill is pretty good. I considered naming her Grace after my favorite Gabriel Knight character, but because that would have fit. And there we go. But you know, Greta seemed to fit as well as Grace did, and why rock the boat?
Say it again. I'm a cleaner.
And if I called her Grace, I would just walk around my house saying Grace all day. So I'm real fond of the way that the Greers have named their hounds. They're all named after the Barksdales from from The Wire. Especially the hated Avon. Sorry, I was talking about cats and I died. But that's because Greta was imposing herself.
You're fucked.
Gotta say though, I've had Greta. Ooh, hey there, Everlong.
Fucked.
Gotta say though, I've had a cat for about 6 months now, a little bit less than 6 months. Man, owning pets rules. My brother just a few weeks ago got a dog. Just the sweetest pit bull you've ever seen, named Lilith. She's a good girl. Yeah. Animals rule. Okay, what am I supposed to be looking at on these pinups? Bambi beer. Yeah, let's see what the code input is, because I don't want to just be staring at that cheesecake. Ah, fuck! See what Travis has to say. Beware of the basement. Hitman is already infiltrated. The suave dude, DePaul. He was at restaurant as a spy from the International Ethics Committee. Their goal is to disrupt the final talks between the U.S. and Japan. They're planning a secret meeting somewhere in this building. By interrupting the talks, they hope to delay the sinking of Japan. Take him out, Smith. Take him out. Ludwig asks, "Is cheesecake breasts?" I don't know. It's so the probably apocryphal version of this is that just at least in America, or maybe like during the war or something, when they would package cheesecake, they would put pictures of attractive women on them, on the packages. And so the idea of a cheesecake picture basically amounted, it was a way to describe like soft porn, essentially. Like a pinup or somebody posing provocatively or not really dressed that much. Do you know Hanafuda? She could show wild boar, deer, butterflies. A beautiful hand, isn't it? Pinup girls in swimming suits are wonderful. Okay. I don't think I need to shoot the mask. But yeah, to say that something is a cheesecake image is to say that it's got, a gauzy photo of an attractive woman. Yeah, this is referencing some kind of gambling that I have no idea what it is. So let's see here. Okay, so there's a deer with a couple of these flowers. So like star flowers, a rose, and that ivy. Okay, so the deer... Oh, I guess that was correct. That tadpole had something. Okay. I don't know what that was, but I input the correct combo, so. Oh, Ginny's a good name for a cat. Zach says his cat's named Ginny because she's from West Virginia, or she's from Virginia, rather. Boop, boop. Okay. So let's go through as Kevin, why don't we? I figured it was worth it to get a little pumped up. The idea of a chihuahua named Nini or Miss Piss is very good. Hey there, little dead kid. It holds a large sickle. It'll slice you to pieces. You must aim for the sickle. It turned around. Now's your chance. Smash the bright spot. Okay. There we go. Colorbit says that Nini gets very protective, so she gets pissy about other dogs nearby or on YouTube. Yeah, if I'm not careful, and if Greta hears me specifically watching a video about a kitten, like if she hears kitten sounds, she immediately needs to go find that kitten, which often involves searching the void behind my monitor. And if she hears another cat, she gets like perky, but she doesn't get like protective or anything. But yeah, when she hears a kitten, she goes into mommy mode real quick. Let's knock this target off quick. Master, you shouldn't have to bother with the sushi chef. Use the persona's usual dirty tricks to pulverize them. Bullets won't hit the sushi chef. So listen here, will ya? Do what you have to do. There's no such thing as playing square in this world. Aim for the ceiling. In the name of Harmon. Yeah, so I have to be careful about when I watch kitten videos, which a little bit of a bummer, because I like watching kitten videos. And when you love doing something, you should feel that you should feel able to do it with abandon. But also I love Greta, so I should also try not to get her worked up over something that isn't there. Oh, yeah, I already did that. Okay, we're going down to the basement.
Babyface.
So, you were behind this after all. I guess my speech was meaningless.
Lucha Libre is for kids. But you know,
You are great with the kids, Masked Man.
Children are pure. They know who's the strongest.
Yeah, I think this is explicitly a reference to Metal Gear. Let's try Date. Oh wait, it said shoot the ceiling. I nailed him and he shot himself, okay.
Taking advantage of us, aren't you? There's more than one scenario, you know.
You got this all mixed up, you monkey. Don't you think you can hold on to the bar forever when you're on the verge of death?
Listen to him, barking like a stupid dog.
Gee. So, you finally reveal your true self. You dirtbag.
I'll take that as a threat to the States.
Pong.
It's the one who designs first that wins.
I didn't know monkeys could design.
Don't underestimate the monkeys.
Pong.
There are dogs bred for fighting, and they're mean sons of bitches.
How do I stop your barking?
Gee.
What?
What can one knight possibly do? Don't you care about winning?
You really are a stupid dog. You'd better pay attention before someone puts a bullet in your head.
Shut up, monkey. Reachy.
Too bad. Like I said, I know your train of thought. Lawn.
Oh, shit.
Bullshit.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Pathetic.
Fucking lawn?
Peter, that's a footy-tan. You got no
Oh, man.
What? Shit.
That is just a pro-tier Mahjong move. Oh. Okay, that is pretty good. Those were people trying to strategize over the fate of the world, and they all represented different powers. So they drew on each other and they all died. Okay, that's pretty good. Hey, there she is. Well, hello, Smith. I finally got some fresh air. It's not like I don't like tight places, but there are limits to everything. This place is a bit too tight. A box? It's no way to treat someone. I look like the victim of a mutilation murder. Like, slashed into pieces. Pieces? It completely slipped my mind. Maybe I've fallen to pieces. Families in pieces. Lovers in pieces. Bodies in pieces. My whole life is about pieces. And I figured, why stop now? People I don't care for, also in pieces. Before I knew it, I was all alone. Then I blew up the facility to pieces. And now there's nobody left. That's when I met him. Daddy Longlegs. Here, I'll give you this now. Poor Susie. It made me so happy. He was so very kind. He enveloped me in warmth. Then he reached out gently for the grand prize down south. Now that really drove me mad. Next moment, I'm looking at a pile of minced man, and he knows he deserved it. These baby boomers don't know right from wrong. And that's how a killer was born. Fucked up. Hey, Travis. The talks broke down. All according to plan, I guess. Now the skies will rain on Japan for sure. But straight up, it doesn't add up. Why doesn't the US destroy the UN party? Why do they have to let them live? Somebody is pulling the strings. Could it be a Fukushima adherent? The director of the Central Management Office, Matsukan for short. He can pick up where Fukushima left off? Can this dude lead Japan? Yeah, I believe Travis is canonically gay. I forget what detail, but I was reading wikis and such. At the very least, it's ambiguous. Or it is intentionally left to make you question, hey, DePaul, you're a remnant spirit now. Pro wrestlers sure are awesome. It reminds me of my childhood. We'd watch wrestlers fighting on the TV. I just loved Masked Smith. Have you ever considered returning to the ring? Prove that the ultimate art of fighting is professional wrestling in a Vale Tudo match. Matsukan has the Yakumo. He wants to change the world. He believes that Japan will arise from the ashes. This war won't end until you kill him. When you finally meet Matsukan, this can all end. So Colorbit says, I think it's mentioned in Hand and Killer7 explicitly and heavily implied in the games. And then Max's point raises a good point on me, saying it's ambiguous. Looks down at image of Travis wearing a shirt that says spicy. So yeah. But those shirts make Travis rule. When I grow up, I'm gonna become president. I'll make the world a place with no bad people, I promise you. I'll kill every last scum. That'll be a beautiful place, and nobody can stop me. But you know what? There are two people who keep screwing things up. The old man just won't die. You have to smash his brains to finally kill him for good. And big old man, your tie is crooked. So brains and ties.
Yes.
Zach says, brains and ties, my old Harvard fraternity. Fuck. Is that something Kaede has to take out? No, well.
Hurts, doesn't it? Hurts, doesn't it?
Come on.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Hey, let's see what Iwazaru has to say. Master, this is harsh. And getting harsher yet. I can't lie. The homeland is out of control. Turning toward who knows where. Master, please tell me. Are you not frightened? Can a nation have a will? I'm not sure anymore. What makes a unit? Can people be counted in units? I cannot accept the way the homeland kills. In the name of Harmon. Okay, cool. Save room. Yeah, what's Travis have to say? Nice work, Chief. Have you had your fill of picking up small fries? Well, the big fish are still fair game. The UN party headquarters is right over there. Your target is a couple of corrupt old men. The incarnation of greed. Straight up, they're sly old foxes. Japan's good as shit. A ring opens the door to battle. Go finish them off, Smith. Colorbit says, yes, and a rainbow shirt directly after. Directly after our conversation. This came up in the discussion about the Life is Strange, watch out for fireballs. Apparently I'm just super bad about recognizing homosexual tropes or characters in media. Not homosexual. I'm bad at recognizing queer tropes and characters in media. Oh well.
This country is big. It's too big.
Our voices will never be heard.
You really think you're better than us because we're old men? You're not getting out of here alive. Japan's not going down just yet. Not without a fight. We'll show him, right, partner?
Okay, Kaede should be good for this. Yes! Okay, so if I shoot the one guy's tie askew, the other guy goes to fix it. Then he goes, and I shoot his brain. Okay, what do I do? Okay, maybe if I change my standing position. Okay, so he's got like a... He's got an animation that makes me think... Okay, is he as vulnerable as he looks? Fuck, I had a good shot on that. There we go. Wait, one last one here. Okay, I think after I shoot 1 and then 2, he does his I can't believe it shtick. And we're good. Cool.
What can you do when the whole world has its eyes on you?
Almost everything. Destroying 1 or 2 nations? It's an easy task here. The promise made 30 years ago wasn't a guarantee. It was only the beginning of a countdown. Look at them. They're heading toward hell.
What's sad is that we've gotten used to this. I mean, our senses. That's pathetic.
That doesn't necessarily mean that we're not human.
Okay, now you're not helping.
So, terrible things happen. I think Japan has been ruined. And that's that. I'm really surprised at how well my internet has held up. The technician comes tomorrow, and let's hope we can root out the problem. Thank you so much for watching. All of the recent stuff. So my streams, the YouTube archiving as of tomorrow, so as of Sunday, recording this on Saturday here, will be up to date. not including Killer7. Had a huge backlog of those after my move, and now those are all cleared up. I'm going to start working on the retrospectives in earnest again, and also I've got a new idea for some content that I want to try doing for at least a little bit. So watch for all that on hexcrank.com or the Duckfeed.tv YouTube channel. Yeah, and watch for these streams, you know, usually on weekend nights. Take care, everybody, and have a wonderful week until next time when I continue more Killer7.